I do want to encourage you there.
Ooh, we got 53 people here. Let's go. Who's my co-host? Share Bear.
Okay.
You ready?
My body is.
Let's go.
And I carry it
I'm ready when you're ready.
right here. Left shoulder.
So,
My name
I think the headphones are going to hook to this one. So is the microphone hooked to that?
let me go get it.
Okay. Y'all ready? Sandra's here.
Sorry, you
Let's go.
Got more coming in.
Admit all.
As a caregiver.
I love it. Becky's here. Amanda's here. Bobby Joe, Carol Ross, Carolee DeWitt, Sherry Sandifer. Welcome. Christina Crimson. Ooh, that's a beautiful name. Crystal, Debbie, Elizabeth, Fran. Hey, Fran. Georgiana. There's one of our girls. Heather Bramer, Heather Hobart. We know you. Jan, Jenny, Jenna, Jessica, Julie, Kaylin, Karen, Catherine, Kay, Archer, Kaylee, Kelly, Crowley, Kelly Luco. Sorry about the confusion yesterday. Linnea, man, we've got a great group. Are y'all excited? Are you ready for day 2? I'm pumped. All right, real quick, drop it in the comment. What was your most mind-blowing aha lightning bolt moment yesterday?
And that's one of the things I can't tell people. I can tell somebody's whatever.
Hands up. Hands up. Yes.
Uh,
Can I get yesterday's video and upgrade? Will somebody please drop the upgrade link in for Heather so she can send in a video? Terry Petty, elbows and hands up. All right. So we're going to talk about that just real quick. Just because we can experience that aha moment doesn't necessarily mean that we can maintain it or sustain it. You're going to meet our muscle activation coach today. So what I am learning about posture, blind spots that I had, torsion patterns, fascia, sticky, icky, gicky, dried out fascia that was holding me in these old, weak postures and literally draining my bank account without me realizing it. You're going to meet our coach who helps rewire all of that. Okay. He can reset your system. I personally feel like I'm getting my youth back. I ride better. I look better. I feel better than I did in my 20s and 30s. And I'm 52, y'all. This is crazy. So yesterday when Chris challenged my elbow placement, okay, this is a freebie. When y'all enroll and you get into the class and the digital clinics, you're going to see a lot more on how to do these things. How to. This week, we're going super fast. We are covering a lot of ground really quickly. This is your free test ride. You get that VIP, get private coaching this week, but I want you to enroll in the class so that you can stay with us every week. But look at this. When he pulled my elbows forward, if I lack the muscle tone and the connection to hold that posture, I'll think I can't do it. I'll think, well, it's just too hard. We have to have the muscle activation, not just the muscle awareness. We've got to have the activation and the ability to use our muscles. And everybody thinks, well, duh, we have the same muscle groups. I'm using mine, but are you? I thought I was using mine too. Sherry McKenzie, everybody say hello to our lead integrator, Sherry McKenzie. You've learned a lot about muscle activation because you live locally and you and I get the privilege of training with our coach in person. Where are you at, Sherry?
I'm here.
Yes.
I think my favorite one was when we were rock climbing and I tilted my head back to look up and I started to get dizzy as I was climbing on the wall. And I've been in a couple of car accidents and had issues with my neck. And when I connected the dots to how that was affecting my third barrel, that was pretty cool. That was pretty amazing because I was going in bracing coming out because the horse would jolt me. And so my body was going into protection mode because it had been jolted a few times.
Yes. And your central nervous system was shutting down. And so that, we can carry those things with us for years and not even realize that it's impeding our horse, that it's getting in the way of our barrel racing dreams. and our goals, and you know you have the desire, you know you
Yeah.
have the force, you're starting to question your ability. But that's why we're here. I don't want you to do that anymore. You have the skill, you have the dream, you probably already have the horse, but I want you to see the blind spots in posture that have been holding you back and been keeping you stuck in the 3D. How many of you saw my post this week? We just took them on Sunday, where I'm standing in the red sports bra and I'm showing off my muscle activation. Those photos, they kind of poke the bear. Shocking. I've gotten some hateful comments on those, but they are so small in comparison to how many people are supportive, saying, how are you doing this? What are you doing? I've done all these things. Or like, I've had people reach out to me that run marathons and triathlons saying, hey, I can't run right now. Or my friend Javier, he's like, I run every day and I don't have that cut that you do. How are you getting that? You're going to meet the coach responsible for it. And it's not about strength training. It's about muscle activation. It's about knowing your body, finding out your blind spots, where you've got some old patterns in the way your body moves that are not just holding you back in life, but they're holding your horse back too. Today, we're going to take a deep dive and a really close look at your hips. Everybody get ready to type this in the comments. You ready? It's not my horse. It's my hips. It's not my horse. It's my hips. Y'all get ready. Shannon Weeks, you're not the problem, baby. You are the solution. If we have been the ones who just haven't known, like nobody's ever taught us these things until now. If we were part of the problem, the beauty about it is that we now can become the solution. Are y'all ready to meet the coach responsible for the muscle activation, for my posture now becoming a lot more correct, and me understanding how every little angle matters? And I loved how we ended yesterday, day one, with Chris Irwin. Wasn't he brilliant, by the way? Isn't he amazing? Like off the charts, off the curb chain with revelation. But we ended, for those of you who didn't do the VIP upgrade, let me give you a little snapshot. He was giving one of our riders like last minute coaching. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to move your hips separately from your shoulders. Well, everybody thinks we can do that, but I guarantee you, you're probably not, because we've all been trained traditionally, and traditional barrel racing and traditional barrel saddles keep our hips stuck. And when you ride like that year after year after year, you will be perpetually stuck until you're not. It takes intention and education to unstick, to be able to get your flexion back. We talk about flexion in our horses' hocks. Well, guess what? We need flexion in our hips. And if your saddle or if your riding style is holding your hips like stuck forward or slumped, how many of you have heard and been preached, ride with the cutter slump? I prided myself on that, boy. I had that down. I was loose as a goose. I could go with the horse, boy, go with the flow. I thought I did, and I did really well, but turns out I'm capable of even more, and so are you. So without further ado, everybody say hello and make welcome our muscle activation coach. Enter stage, coming in, Thomas.
Where is he? He doesn't get to hide.
Put my mic.
Payton Jones. Thomas Payton Holland Jones. You have the longest name of anybody I've ever met.
Longest name,
Yeah.
longest last name,
Longest.
longest first and last name. Thomas Payton, 2 first and 2 last, Holland Jones.
2 first names, 2 last names. We just call him Thomas or Coach Jones. How did you get into muscle activation? I didn't even know that was a thing or that was so important to horses.
How did I get into muscle activation by itself?
Yeah, when
Because
did you first learn about muscle activation?
it's not really something that I like dove into for like, oh, this is me learning activation. It was more like I took my background with massage therapy, I took my background with fitness coaching, and then I applied them into why is the body responding or not responding to certain things.
Mhm.
And after doing that for so long, then I was like, okay, well, maybe if we activate a certain muscle or deactivate certain muscles, then there you go. Muscle activation came into play.
And what I've learned from you through this process is I had some muscle groups that were compensating for others. So everybody type that in the comments because I want you to start getting comfortable and getting acquainted with this word. It starts with awareness, compensation pattern. Compensation pattern. I showed yesterday backstage about, remember the ski jumps yesterday when my knees were wobbling? And Thomas points it out on a Zoom coaching call and he's like, your knees are not stable. Stabilize your knees. Immediately when I did that, he could see my muscles activate more. So my core became more engaged. I became stronger. I was more stable. Well, guess what? I could land lighter on my feet because I had better access. There wasn't like a little glitch in the communication in the way my muscles were talking. You first started noticing, like I had some muscles that were overactive and some that were underactive. So there are times when you have a chance to work with our muscle activation coach, Thomas, in person. I can remember you literally deactivating this quad so that my calf would wake up and fire in the correct order. There was a disconnect in the wiring, the way the signal went from my mind to my muscles and from my muscles back to my mind. Why do disconnects happen?
Disconnects can happen from so many different things. You can call
He's,
him.
he wants to be on camera.
No, he's a famous boy. They can happen from different things, such as whether you had an injury, whether you have some type of mental blockage going on that you didn't know. It really just, it can happen from anything. Not knowing that, oh, even though I'm supposed to be flexing my back, I'm actually supposed to be flexing my shoulders too. You know, I think you can see pretty, if I just flex my back and squeeze and pinch the middle versus I engage my shoulders to get the rest of that back, I get more range of motion. And so if someone's always been taught, squeeze the middle of your back, squeeze the middle of your back, and that's how they do the push-up, then they didn't realize that there's more to it, you're gonna have a disconnect. And so it can be as simple as bad coaching, what you've been taught in high school, drills that you've ran.
People you've watched.
Yeah, people you've watched, just anything. I mean, it's not like there's just one reason why you're disconnected.
Jerry, do you mind sharing part of your story this morning?
Oh, sure. Which part?
So we're doing an in-person clinic here this week as well. Everybody say hello to Jerry. So we got to watch you as you were working with Thomas personally on muscle activation, and we were talking about hip rotation, knee rotation. What did you learn about disconnects in your own body?
That I have a tremendous amount.
Did you know?
I did not know. Yeah.
Isn't it
it's
wild? Like
it's like
we are
coaching.
riding unaware and they are affecting our horse and we don't even know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because I wasn't aware of so much of just anything from a pretty good size movement to just something that you can hardly see it, how big a difference it made just with the muscle, how it affected it and being able to target those areas that I was struggling.
So can we do a little reenactment
Oh,
of her hip and her ankle? This is so cool, y'all. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I don't want you to get stuck and frustrated and go spend an enormous amount of money buying new horses and just running all over the country looking for the next quick fix. There's a lot of answers and they're going to come in layers. All right. So what's the old song like? Your hip bones connected to your
I have no idea.
what? Dun, 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 dun. So they're all connected. Your ankles, your knees, your hip, your ribs, your shoulders, your elbows. There's a lot within our body language and within our posture that is either communicating smoothly and effectively to our horses or not. What happened this morning?
so for me, I'm almost like two different people. My yin and yang aren't matching. Is that what it was? So for me, because I don't have a whole lot of feeling in my lower extremities. I did not realize it until after Thomas worked with me. So on the boxing, this I'm good at on my right side. I'm just gonna throw a punch with my left and you'll be able to see that I'm not paying attention. I bring my knee forward and I don't follow through. So I have to do this. And then consciously,
And see,
and I just did it again.
even though we've worked together and I just showed her this is why you have a coach, the extra set of eyes, so I can keep you on track. And it's not just, you know, the move, have fun. I just showed her this, what,
An hour.
an hour ago.
Yeah.
And in the body, the compensation patterns reset just like that. Y'all are seeing it here first.
So, like I said, on this one, it's pretty easy for me. My left side, I struggle, so I have to really do this a couple of times. And then follow.
Yes. You see her hip engage? And can you see the
I just-
knee
yeah.
rotate more
Yes.
now, guys? So think about this. If you had one side of your body that is easy for your horse to understand. Yep, got it. I understand you. I have the signal on time. I can turn this barrel. And on the other side of your body, the signal is not as clear to them, or not as quick, or not as consistent. All the while we think our horses are not consistent. Are we? And these are things that we can't possibly know about ourselves until we have someone with a trained eye to help us find them, the blind spots.
And for me, out of all the years of riding horses, my horses have always traveled better one way than the other. And I've never personally actually really thought about it. I would just compensate on my training. And it makes perfect sense because it's my poor horse is having to put up with dual personalities. Because I'm two different riders. And so now with the tools that I've learned the past couple of days and from this morning, I'm gonna be able to reprogram myself so my horse we're not gonna be fighting. He's not gonna be like, okay, my gosh, we do it this way, and now I've got this other person that's riding me this way. Once I get better, he'll get more consistent, which my suspicion would be if I was running competitively like most of your people, that I would have one barrel that would be phenomenal, or two barrels that were phenomenal and one that really struggled because of my split personality on riding.
I'm going to challenge you.
So,
That's why Thomas is here. This is his wheelhouse and his area of expertise to help us know ourselves. Identify where are the disconnects, where's the communication or the signal not going through effectively, and how is it interfering with our horse and our performance. So that's on him.
Well,
It's his responsibility
well, and
to
I,
help you, all of us, ride more balanced.
well, and I'd say that it's really easy to go, okay, I know myself. But then again, you knew yourself, right? And you said that your left side's your what?
my dominant and
It's actually not. And
What?
She didn't know that.
Yeah, I have always thought my left side was my dominant side and my right side is my dominant side. It's overcompensating for this side. Woo! Thanks, Tim.
So
Yeah.
Kendra, there was a question or a comment that was through, so I don't want anyone to exclude themselves from this conversation because there's some comments about, well, I'm 50, 60 years old and I'm overweight and, is this something that I can do? So I want to give you guys a chance to speak to them so they don't check off the box and say this is not for me.
Okay, so if I have to answer that, I'd say, why do we put a label on ourselves and discount, like say, oh, I can't do that? That's on you at that point. If you've never walked with me, then how can you say that I can't walk with you? You've never even tried to walk with me. What did you say today? And be real honest. You said that you didn't think what?
That I would be able to continue on doing my horse journey. Is that what we're?
Yeah.
Because it was very emotional for me this morning with Thomas because, he was able to, I'm 55 with a spinal injury and I don't really have a whole lot of feeling in my extremities. And so I really thought that, until I came here, that I was gonna have to give up my horse journey. And just because physically I can't do it. We did an exercise this morning and this is gonna sound completely crazy, but it was just walking. And for me, I walk very quickly because I don't want to stumble from A to B. The journey from A to B is a struggle for me. I felt like there were so many pitfalls. And so with Thomas working with me this morning and helping me know what I need to do to be able to stop in place and stop with confidence and to stop my forward motion and to start my forward motion again in a controlled manner is life-changing for me. And I really feel like that everybody struggles with a little bit of that, that we just want to move forward so fast because we're so worried about the pitfalls in between. Then we need to slow down, take the knowledge that these two wonderful people have. If you're not on it, tell people because it is truly, truly life-changing. I'm gonna get emotional.
So don't exclude yourself.
Yeah, don't limit yourself, just find help.
And you may not be able to do it now. I know what that feels like. I have told Thomas multiple times, I can't do that, or I'm not ready to do that. And that's okay. I mean, he is respectful not to push me beyond my capacity, but he does push me. That's what a coach is here to do. There's a difference between a coach and a cheerleader. You can be compassionate, you can be encouraging, but you can also be stern. You can also like help us see what we don't see in ourselves. And chances are, if you guys are struggling with that thought right now, that is a false belief. You will be amazed at what you can do when you learn how to change a little degree of posture that makes it possible. And you may not be able to do 30 minutes of it, but can you start with 3 seconds and build on it? So if I can do it, y'all, anybody can do it. I have been a weakling my whole life. My husband was like, we've talked about this multiple times over the past few months. Like, I'm developing muscles I've never seen on my body. And it's not that I didn't try working out. It's not that I haven't hired personal trainers in the past. It's just that I didn't understand how to activate muscles. I didn't understand how to use them, and I didn't understand how important they were to my horse. Now we do.
Yes.
All right, we're going to dig into hips because I know we're like, I'm on my rope box today. Ooh, thank you, Jerry. So you can do it. And there's other women here too, and I know they will testify in the background. Are you shocked at what you can do
Yes,
with small adjustments?
absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Chris is like, yes.
I was very cognizant walking my horse back to the trailer.
You were cognizant walking a horseback.
Like,
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Well, and see, these women, they stepped in here, what, this is the second day, they didn't know, they had a little bit of time with me, and now all of a sudden they're better.
Yes.
People who said, well, I can't necessarily squat, and then all of a sudden I show them how. But let me go back to that question, what if I'm overweight, right? I work with everybody. It doesn't matter if you're in a wheelchair or not. I work on so many bodies that there is a solution for some body, doesn't matter whose body. And my solution is if you can't get in squat, then guess what? We start with a chair. We teach you how to be strong in a chair standing. And both of those ladies over there can attest that they had wow, aha moments. And all I did was teach them how to sit and stand from a chair, and they go, I'm already stronger. That's not by a coincidence. That's not because they're young. That's not because of anything. They gave me the same things, which is I put a label on myself, and what this label comes with, that's me. And I said, let's break that label. Let's change that label. I showed them that, and now they're empowered.
Let's break the label. I love it. I love it. All right. Let's talk about our hips, Thomas. Which, by the way, I brought these out to show today. Here's your prize that you can win this week for doing your horse work. You're going to get a pink new leader cap. You're going to get my favorite pair of remote control reins and some stall eyes. that stay on. They're adjustable, so they're gonna stay under your hat or your cap. In this saddle, you're going to see my hips have more full range of motion. This is the Bullseye saddle. It has taken me 14 years to get a saddle maker to listen to me. I've been through multiple prototypes. It's taken a long time to get this tree, this crown seat, this design that allows hips to move, that helps my center of gravity and fits me as much as it fits my horse. I don't disagree, Thomas, that saddles need to fit horses, but if they only fit our horse and they work against us, what have we accomplished? We're going to look at that saddle in a minute and how it keeps my hips more in a static position. So everybody watch how, let me put my, Sherry, were you in this saddle yesterday?
Yes.
Little petite legs. All right. So if you'll see, I want y'all to look at how much range of motion I have. And Nick, you may want to bring your camera and move around as Thomas talks. So Thomas, what do you see happening right now? What's happening in the Bullseye saddle? And why do we need to be able to use our hips? Why is it so important that our hips have range of motion?
Because if you got range of motion, you have power.
Say that again.
Because if you have range of motion, you have power.
We don't have mics going to that one. You're gonna have to say it loud for the person who's not listening. She's feeding horses and she missed that, and that is solid gold.
The reason why, right, is because with range of motion becomes power. You can't knock somebody out with a straight arm, but you can knock them out if you got a little extra range of motion to it, a little more momentum. And so the Bullseye saddle obviously gives you that range of motion. It allows your hips to move instead of locking them in place and you're having to use your joints to work, or you can't use your muscles because you're so stuck.
Y'all ready to see the demo? Ready to see? So this is one of the failed prototypes. Back in the day, it was a beautiful saddle, great leather, great craftsmanship, made well, made to last. I hurt so freaking bad when I ran in this saddle. I was trying to stay in the top 15, boy, wearing my truck and trailer out all over the nation, making rodeos, getting out of the truck at every fuel stop, thinking like, damn, I'm getting old. That was 15 years ago. Come on. I wasn't getting old. I'm 15 years older now, and I feel better. It was this tall candle shredding my back every single time my spine hit the back of this saddle. Imagine the amount of force upon impact when you are riding a pro level horse. Some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. You got hip pain, you got back pain. Are you sore right here? Are your knees hurting? This is the same size seat. Actually, this seat, if we measured it right now, is a 1/2 inch bigger than that one. But look how much less mobility my hips have. Y'all see that? What do you see?
I see it looks like you're real stuck,
Where?
mainly in the front of the hips.
I'm stuck in the front of the hips?
Yeah.
Well, there's a speed bump in the way. So if your saddle has a rise right here, that is decreasing your seat size. So if you think you're riding in a 14, you're probably only riding in a 4 or a 5. Think about how much room your pelvis actually has to move right here. Look at the difference. This saddle was built with a dish right here, okay? Saddles today are being made and marketed to hold you in, but they're actually holding you back. And they're hurting your back. And that's a two-way street. That amount of force upon impact doesn't just reverberate up your spinal cord, but it goes down into your horse's spine as well. All right, now watch what happens when I ride in a traditional style. My foot all the way in the stirrup, tight thighs, tight knees, and like this. And we have prided ourselves on having a quiet seat, have we not? Oh, she's so quiet. Oh, she's so quiet. Her seat just never moves. Is that the best we can do? I'm going to counter and say, no, we're capable of more. What happened to my hips when I squeezed my knees?
walk. It usually locks them. Anytime that you're gonna squeeze your butt, it's gonna lock your hips. Anytime you pinch your leg, it's gonna lock your hips.
And I feel all the power leave the sole of my feet right now. So my feet are inactive. I have power, I have horsepower, I have results leaking through the bottom of my feet right now. Because I'm not activated in my hips or my glutes.
And then when you try to activate, what happens?
In my feet,
Everything, anything.
it feels locked and blocked. It feels locked and blocked. Are y'all having like this uh-oh moment? Like, wait, what? It makes no sense to keep buying horses and writing big checks and draining your bank account if your tack is working against you or your style. You might have an older saddle that allows your hips to move, but your riding style is stuck. Because most of us were taught to ride really tight or to lean forward, get out of there, get up over your horse. We do things differently here because we're learning and we have the data to prove it. When you get up over your horse, you actually deflate their withers and you shorten their stride. It might feel faster because they're having to make more strides faster, but they're not making a strong, smooth, full stride. They're capable of more. That just landed in someone's heart. That just hit you right between the eyes, didn't it? Gotcha. I don't want y'all to stay stuck. Not on my watch. Christy, can I borrow your horse? All right, Thomas, I'm gonna go ride. I'll use some here to demonstrate. So I'm gonna ride with my hips open. Go ahead and coach me. I'm coaching. I'm gonna use my glutes. Here's a tip. If you want and expect your horse to use their hindquarters, to engage their hindquarters, how many of you have heard that, learned that, esteemed that is like the holy grail of horsemanship? Drop it in the comments. We can all agree with that. But again, how well are we actually doing that? If we want our horses to use their hindquarters, we've got to use ours. And if you're stuck, if your spine is stuck, your muscles are stuck, the communication's not going, the communication's not flowing, and neither is your horse. Ooh, Sonny, you're big. Oh. Great horse. All right. Hello, Pete. Hi. All right, so let's go for a little spin. Demo. Is this helping y'all? Is it making you rethink what's been keeping you stuck? Before you can get out of the 3D, you first have to understand what's been keeping you stuck, what's holding you back. So I want y'all to watch Sonny, watch him move. You're gonna watch his head, his neck. You're gonna watch his ride. Comment. Dick is gonna need you to stand close to him. Dick, I'm gonna get you to stand still so Thomas, they can hear Thomas's voice on the Zoom class today. And as long as you can see my head to his feet, you're good. Sherry, are y'all okay? Can y'all see everything?
We can, if Nick can zoom in a little bit, or
Okay, I
if
can
you
come
get a little closer, so we can see a little.
How'd that?
That's better. Thank you.
I got to practice what I learned yesterday. Coach Chris. Look at the difference. When I changed my elbows, did y'all see him smooth out? Yes. So right now, my hips are moving. They have freedom to move. They're supported. Describe what you see in the comments. Sherry, will you read the comments to me, please?
Yeah, can you ride straight at Nick? Because we really can't see a whole lot of what's going on with your elbows. There we go. And what were you doing before?
Oh. We'll do a recap of yesterday. I was riding like this.
Okay.
So now I've got to have shoulder awareness. I've got to have shoulder blade awareness, head, neck, not just put my elbows forward, but I don't want my shoulder joints to fall forward. So my shoulder joints have to stay activated too.
I've been trying to tell you this for how long?
He's like, I've been trying to tell you this for how long?
A minute.
Learning is a process. I'm on my individual journey
I
here.
get to,
There's gonna be students here that like get it, like piece of cake. They're gonna learn way faster than I have, and that's the point.
That was good. Thank you. That was really helpful.
Just right. Gonna come back straight to the camera so you can watch my hips move again. We're gonna teach you how to do this when you get into the class, okay? But I want you to pay attention to what's different. Now I'm going to ride like I used to ride, okay? We're gonna go pre-stall high, before stall high. This is how Kendra would have ridden. I'm quiet. He's quiet. What's the difference? Y'all drop it in the comments. Light that comment section up. This is an active class. Where's he looking?
There is one tip for Thomas. He said, remember, we are women.
and Terry's hilarious.
What did Terry say?
Remember, we're women.
Remember, we're women. That's right.
Heavy on the front end, shortened his stride, doesn't look as
Who said
smooth.
that?
Short stride, head up.
Who said
don't-
heavy on the front end?
Let me see, that was a few ago.
Shorten the stride. Y'all are smart. You're sharp. You're developing that eye, and I love it. You're making my heart happy.
Was Leanne Tucker.
Good job, Leanne. I loved your horse work. Now I'm going to ride away from it.
Heavy feet.
This is how I used to ride. This is called riding laterally. It dropped him on his front end. It made him shorter in the front steps. Now, keep in mind, this style of riding served me very well. It got me as high as number 4 in the world, WPRA World Standings. It helped me win the card race at the WPRA World Finals in 2011. The next year I went back, I was reserve champion. It got me there. It got me into the top 15 multiple times in my career. But the point is, I didn't know then what I'm learning now. And even though I was close to making the finals, I wasn't close enough. I wasn't able to sustain the top 15 rank long enough to make my first qualifications. So it's a lot easier than I ever thought it was. A lot of things that were a mystery to me then, now it's like, that makes perfect sense. Oh my gosh. If I had known this when I was a kid, things could look completely different. And that's why I'm very passionate about not just helping women here today, but think about the next generation of cowgirls coming behind us. This is our opportunity to pioneer something so new that's going to make their lives and their horses' lives so much easier. And they're going to get results so much faster. So you saw the difference in how I ride today versus how I rode before stall high, before I understood how to start activating my muscles and moving my hips differently. Now I'm going to imitate the way I was taught to run barrels. I'm going to do what I call Betty barrel racer style, because we're not here to cast blame or shame or, any of that on anyone or any brand. Everybody's doing the best that they have the capacity to do with the information they have at the time. We're just going to say Betty barrel racer. Chances are you were taught to ride like this too.
Sit.
What happened? What'd you notice? My first 2 steps.
Was a lot of tension.
And the obvious is
Terry says, do it again. They couldn't see.
he stopped.
Yeah.
How many horses are being labeled slow when really they're just not getting very good communication through our hips? So I'm going to try again. I'm going to have to make him go. I got to really put the pressure on him to make him go. What do y'all see?
He's hesitant. He's off balance. Short stride.
Look at his back end.
very unsteady with the walk, halting steps, very tense, robotic movement,
I'm gonna ride straight toward you.
Heavy
What do you
lift.
see in these three riding styles?
hip
I see
out.
this is the worst one out of all of them.
Say that close to the camera.
I said, I see that this is the worst one out of all of them.
This is literally how we were taught to ride.
But that's just a reflection that he feels that you look like you're real tense and you're scared. And then he's kind of imitating that, like, why is she pulling on me? Should I reserve myself too?
Right. And he did. He got more watchy when the wind blew that banner.
He did.
Yeah.
He really did.
Do y'all want to see it at a trot? How are you processing this information so far? Have you ever considered hip mobility and getting out the 3D? Somebody type it in the chat.
We've got a couple that are saying they were taught the same way and now they see the difference.
Yes. Good. What else? Good job, Sam.
We got one some that say I was taught to kick harder.
Oh, all those poor horses we've had to hustle to death over the years. If our hips are telling them to slow down, or if our hips hurt them, then we have to like put the irons to them to make them speed up. It's a total contradiction. That's what they feel. So it really is important to be a good steward of your horse, put yourself in their horseshoes, and consider what it feels like. What is the communication they are receiving? Is it consistent? We blame horses for not being consistent. And at best, I see riders all the time who say, oh, I know it's not her, it's me. But like they never end. It's never a period. They don't take responsibility. They just use it as an excuse or lip service. I know it's probably me, but it is. And there's no shame in that. That's the beauty of it. That's where your brain clicks into learning gear, stall high gear. That's when you can make change. But if we just write it off and don't change, or we're just looking for a quick fix, we're looking for something mechanical or chemical to get our results for us. Well, is that really what y'all want? At the end of your career, do you want to hang your hat on that? That you wrote the biggest check, or you figured out like just the it cocktail and how to time it so that you can go shut the clock off? I can't do that. I have tried substances, guanabens, flufenazine, Benapulmin to try to get to run faster. They ran right past the barrels. I didn't find consistency or confidence in those blends. It was just like throwing darts. I know I'm not just preaching to the choir. Anybody else?
We have one that says she was taught to ride English-ish with her ankles,
Yes, English with your ankles.
ride English style using her ankles.
Using your ankle. Gotcha. All right, I'm gonna go to the right. I'm gonna ride, and let's start Betty Barrel Racer style. And Thomas, I want you to describe what you see. Jerry, help me out. Don't tag me. Happy Crowley, chime in. Here comes Betty Barrel Racer. What do y'all see?
Drop it in the comments. Choppy strides. Tail up, ears back, high head. Horse front end and hind end are disconnected. Head outside. Dropping front end.
A lot of mixed feedback.
What do you mean by that?
There's a lot of mixed feedback between what your body's doing and what he's doing. And he's trying to figure out what you're saying, but you're almost too all over the place for him to pick that up.
Say that in front of the camera, please, so they can see your face.
Oh no, how am I supposed to remember all that? It, all the movement that she was doing, it was just so much that he was really trying to figure out what she's telling me. And he couldn't figure out what she was telling him because she was moving all over the place, that there was no attunement, there was no free flow, there was no this is what I'm asking you to do, continue doing it. It was so much mixed feedback that he was lost, is what I saw.
Okay, now I'm gonna show you old KD, like pre-stall high, pre-coaching. This is how I've trained a lot of barrel horses that ran in the 1D and earned money at the pro level. Is it better?
I have one person that says, yes, it looks better. Sound better. Head still outside. Better, but not best.
Woo, that's a good one. What else do y'all notice? Where's his head?
The body's more relaxed. Just had the one comment about the head outside. Head is up. Turned out.
When I tell y'all I was proud of my signature style, I was proud of it. Like, it served me well. I was proud of the fact that I had calm barrel horses that I could trail ride on, push cows on,
Right.
open gates on, teach lessons on, go rodeo on in the same day. Level headed, loose rein, soft mouth, big stop. Just sane. That has meant a lot to me in my career. I had plateaued my own knowledge, my own learning, and turns out my own ability, and I didn't even know it. And this is why I'm so passionate about y'all who are here right now, liberating you from what's keeping you stuck. Just because that served me well, that has been good to me, that helped me get in the top 15 and make a really good living, training horses and selling horses for many years. I'm capable of more. That style was better, but is it my best? Look at the difference now. Describe what you see in this horse.
Head in, moving out more. Moved off quicker, using his whole body. Level, head going forward. More energy.
Way more in.
Looks in sync.
It looks like he's prancing now. Like he got a stride, like he's happy. Like I see a lot.
More willing to move out. Flowing much better. Light feet, not as tense. Willing to go.
Good boy. Look
And
at
when
his
you
back
trotted
leg,
the first
y'all.
time, when you trotted the first time, he was rooting his head too. He's trying to get away from your hands. He's no longer doing that.
See his back legs look stronger and more stable.
Yes.
Thomas, how will it help this horse to use his muscles in his career?
Same way it's helped you. You said that it's literally reversed how you feel, reverse your age. It's obviously going to do the same to him. You get better blood flow, you get more cerebral spinal fluid. I mean, you could tell that his chest was more proud and he was happier. It's going to help him in every single way. Talk about injections. No, not if you're getting good blood flow, which carries oxygen and nutrients to it.
Do y'all see how he said proud chest? Well, what does that mean to a barrel racer? Elevation. He's not dropping the shoulder. He's not deflating the front end. His withers aren't dropping, and he's not trying to like hollow his back and get away from me just posting on him. Spring, 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 bounce, bounce, bounce. We haven't been taught higher levels of the discipline. We really haven't. Admittedly, like I've learned a lot. I've had a lot of great influence in my lifetime. Great horsemen, great mentors. I let my own pride block me, and I let my poverty mentality get in the way. See, I prided myself on my poverty. I prided myself on, I'm smart enough. I can watch that and I can figure it out, because I want to save money. But saving me money with that mentality actually cost me more money, because it cost me more time. And if I hadn't been connected, if my path hadn't crossed with coaches who know so much more about biomechanics, posture, brain science, their central nervous system, my central nervous system, my old weird fascia patterns. We talk a lot about torsion patterns. I was sitting, this is how I got in the top 15. If you'll get like a front on view, y'all see how I'm sitting in my saddle today? This is how I did ride. I used to ride like this and I didn't even know it. Look at the difference. You see where my belt buckle went? I won a lot of rodeos sitting crooked. And you know what? I lost a lot of them too. I didn't make it to the finals. If I had ever hit a barrel, it was a left-hand turn. Gee, I wonder why. I was sitting heavy to my left, and my torsion pattern kept my pelvis rotated. It's been a journey to figure this out and peel back the layers of the onion now to be able to correct it, and not just have the awareness. So we can say, oh yeah, I have a torsion pattern. Well, what are you going to do about it? Retrain it. Retrain it to the best of our ability. That's what we're doing about it. Now I'm understanding not how to just subsidize, not just be a one-hit wonder, like, oh, I can hit one run every now and then. I want that consistency. I want that accuracy. I want to be able to support my horse. When God blesses me with the opportunity to go again, and Lord willing, I have another horse like that roan one that did the most for me, I don't want to hinder him, because how many of you agree a sliver of a second is either victory dance or the kiss of death? That's how competitive our sport is. 0.2 of a second is all it takes to drive all around the country. And you're either making a profit, or you're at the top, or you're just burning money. How did y'all like day 2? Does this make sense? Those of you who upgraded, we're about to go to the VIP section. We have 6 minutes until we go into our second Zoom. If you want your VIP upgrade so that you can send a video in, we're doing personal coaching in that second Zoom this week. We're on day 2. Tomorrow's the last day. So we're going to hit a gear. We're going to get a lot of those videos reviewed today. How many of you enjoyed looking through Thomas's eyes today to see what he sees through muscle activation? If you're not able to do something right now, that by no means that you won't be able to do it tomorrow. Pop quiz for my Bible students out there. What's the scripture? Fill in the blank. My people perish for lack of grit? No.
Knowledge.
Knowledge. Guys, you can do it. You just have to know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and what not to do. You've got to be aware of what is actually holding you back. You have the horsepower. You have the muscles. Let's activate them. It's a lot easier than you think. Sherry, any final comments coming from the comment section? Y'all show Thomas some love.
Yeah, there's a really good comment from Fran. So frustration starts when training and knowledge ends.
Say that again.
Frustration starts when training and knowledge ends.
Frustration starts when training and knowledge end. I agree with that. So if you're getting frustrated, think of it this way. I'm going to challenge you. Nothing's wrong. You're not broken, but something is missing. What's missing is information, knowledge. He says it all the time. His favorite Bible verse, know thyself. We need to know what's going on in our bodies. We need to know how to use our bodies. Society today, by default, we don't use our muscles very well, not the way we were designed to. We do a whole lot of sitting, driving, looking down. Over time, that causes some muscle groups to be stronger and compensate for the ones that are getting weak. So if we're getting frustrated, thinking, I can't do it, like I can't win, I can't get out of the 3D with this horse, we need to look at what's really holding you back. You can do it. But that's why we have a coaching program.
We also had a couple of people asking, I need help.
Well, come on. Type your name. We have their name. Put your name in the comment section so we can take down notes. That's why we built the online courses. So let's talk about that real quick. So this is the 3D Escape Plan Clinic. There is a 3D Escape Plan course. We're going to offer that as a monthly membership now. When you come in, you can start watching those digital online clinics immediately to see how to change, how to adjust your tack, where to put your hands. You're going to get access to our flagship course called Ride with Confidence. Well, I'm going to share my signature style that helped me train a lot of horses, and I'm going to say on a budget. My dad was a cowboy, all around cowboy and a horse trainer his whole life. He taught me, he said, baby girl, if you're going to sell horses for a living, this is what you need to know. Are y'all ready? This is a free one from Eddie Rosenberger. You're never going to make money selling horses. And that kind of hurt my feelings. Like, what do you mean, Dad? You make money buying horses. It's a business. Buy smart, ride smart, train smart, be efficient with your time. It took me a very long time to find my signature style that allowed me to rinse and repeat over and over and over again. And I wasn't buying the best of the best. I found a criteria that worked for me, that was profitable and time efficient. I'm going to share all of that with you and more. I'm going to share what I'm learning now through this journey of understanding hips, muscle activation, hand placement. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about, is our head on straight? I thought mine was, and I'm talking literally, not figuratively. Literally, is it on straight? You're going to be shocked tomorrow. We're going to end with a bang. But when you come into that course, so those of you who are ready to go, type it, I'm ready. We'll make sure you get the link. We'll get you enrolled. Start watching those classes tonight. Those of you who have taken a class and you've already watched Ride with Confidence, what did that do for you? Drop your testimony real quick for our newcomers. Do y'all mind sharing? Nick, put that camera over there on them.
Go ahead.
How were the online classes for you?
Oh, I have really enjoyed them, and then you can do it at your own time. I also take the time to write a lot of notes and go back over it. Several of them you want to watch several times. They're very informative and helpful, good demonstrations. It's been an enjoyable process. I'm gone through 101, 201, and now 301.
So tell us about time. Where were you on your bay horse when you first started?
He's 19 and he's really the only horse I have that's competitive right now. But I brought him down here and then at first, and but we've made big improvements too. We're turning the barrels better. He's using his back end better. I've learned a ton of things that are very usable.
Yeah, and now you got this rocket ship.
Yeah, I now have a new rocket ship.
Julie?
Well, I learned that the smallest increment can make the hugest difference. That's probably the biggest thing, and in multiple areas, in me and how I sit on my horse and with my horse. Because with the classes, you learn to extend their stride, and you also learn to sit straight and be where they need you to be, and you're not fighting your horse, you're working with your horse.
How many hours a day do you work your day job?
Gosh, 10 to 12. So, yeah. a
We
lot,
got any working women out there? You just,
Anytime,
you don't
yes.
have enough time?
Right.
Julie's gonna take that excuse away from you.
Yep, exactly.
No longer get to play that card
Yep.
because she's making it happen. But our goal is to make it easy for you by doing online and then when we have a chance to come in person as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Thanks.
So.
Michelle,
Yes.
you're new. You haven't even watched yet.
I haven't.
Oh my gosh. So why did you come here this week? How did you find out about it?
I actually took the comeback clinic online
Mhm.
and I loved it. It made sense to me. And when you put out that there was an in-person clinic, I didn't even know what it was about. I literally jumped at the chance. I signed up and paid my money as soon as I could because I knew that I was going to learn. I didn't care. I just knew I needed whatever you had to tell me, whatever I could learn. And we are a day and a half in and I'm gobsmacked. Like literally,
What'd you think about Coach Thomas today?
it was very cool. It was, you don't realize how kind of out of whack or how much your body compensates for that what you do until you have that set of eyes on you. And it's the smallest tweak that makes the biggest difference, really and truly.
And you're strong, you're
I
fit,
am.
you ride a lot, you work on a lot of horses.
Yes.
Did you know? Like, what did he point out in you that you were like, wait, what?
He pointed out that the way I walk, like, I need to roll and put my shoulders back and how to open my hips using my glutes.
Mhm.
And I mean, just I already have strong muscles, just how to engage them to open up and use my other muscles, basically. Mhm.
How's that gonna help you with your horse?
It's going to help me engage those muscles in my horse that are lacking, that I've been like, well, he's not using that. Well, I'm not using it. So how do I expect him to use it? So I think it's just going to make us a stronger pair. It's going to allow me to sit down and use my power with his. And
Mhm.
you all better look out because I'm coming.
You know what I love this morning? So this was really fun when we started this morning and I came out. She said, you know what? You had gotten to the point because you have this massive horse. He's got a 1D record. You had gotten to the point thinking, well, maybe his time with me is like I've done my job. Maybe I'm not enough for him. And that was a false belief. That was a lie that you bought into.
Yeah.
So what do you believe now?
I can be what he needs. And we're coming. We're coming for all of y'all. All of y'all. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Bam.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Thanks. Any last words, Jerry? You haven't taken the classes either, so you don't know.
I haven't. I pretty much the same. Got the opportunity or the invitation to do it. Didn't even hesitate, just signed up. I knew that I was gonna learn. I followed. I liked what what I had seen. I was craving some knowledge on transferring what I already know to make it better. And it's been wonderful. If you've got the opportunity and you've got the time and you've got the means to do it, don't even hesitate because it is well worth it. There has not been a moment since I've been here that hasn't been worth it, that I haven't learned something that's truly life-changing. And it's the devil's in the details, basically. Yeah. So,
We're coming for him too. Get out those details.
thank you.
Kelly Crowley, are you going to be able to go backstage with us today in the VIP? Everybody say hello to our certified coach, Kelly Crowley, all the way from the state of Oregon. Oh, I'm excited to tag team with you today, Kelly.
Giddy.
And I love like your most famous stall high line is like you came in with skepticism. I pride myself in horsemanship too, Kendra. But you were kind of at your wit's end on the struggle bus, really nice horses. And soon that skepticism flipped.
That releases them.
Yes.
Y'all are going to get to hear more of Kelly's story. You're not a skeptic anymore, are you?
No. Well,
No.
for other things, yeah, but not here.
Well, you and I were talking just in the Facebook group. I heard this yesterday morning in a podcast I was listening to. When we look at people who are experts, there's a lot of experts in the world who took a course, they took a class, they got a certification or a license, and they think, I got this. And they do. They accomplish that skill or whatever those requirements were. Experts know more than the students they're teaching or the people they're helping. Yes, great. But what separates an expert from a master? From someone who is seeking and pursuing mastery of a thing, whether it's golf, whether it's saddle making, whether it's welding, whether it's barrel racing, horsemanship, jumping, dressage, oil painting. I don't know. Y'all probably don't just run barrel, whatever it is you do. Mastery is something you never check the box on. Mastery is a lifelong passion. I want to master this thing. I am now fascinated with learning more about myself. What's been holding me back? And Kelly, I know that's your heart too. It means enough to you to keep learning and not say, well, I'm good enough. You are good
Exactly.
enough, but you're also capable of more.
Exactly. We all
I'm fired
are.
up.
Yes.
I'm fired up. All right. Everyone, you have a coursework assignment. Again, you have an opportunity to win a set of remote control reins, a pink new leader cap, a pair of stall eyes, sunglasses. That's what you are competing for this week when you do your horsework. Can someone please drop the horsework link? If not, you will find it in the Facebook group page. If you don't know how to find that, shoot us a text and we'll help you. Text 940-291-9090. Those of you coming into the class, you can also text 940-291-9090. Enroll me. We'll get you the enrollment link so you can start watching the online classes and you can come to the live coaching call every Wednesday. So you get to come to a live coaching call every Wednesday. That is consistent. That's where we're going to be reviewing videos. I will be coaching. Kelly will be there coaching. Chris Irwin comes in. Coach Thomas is there. Sherry leads our technology department. You are going to get to continue learning very cutting edge information and wisdom. And that's how we're changing the sport of barrel racing. So I want you all to be a part of it. I had fun. I know I ran a little bit long. We better hit the ground running in the VIP. Are y'all ready? All right. I'll see y'all there. Bye, guys.